One of those critical third down plays coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 15. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They cannot stop him. He's in. Touchdown, SMU.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? It's a run to the left. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Eventually taken down, but how about the spin move that earned him first down yardage?
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardell Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's inside the 15. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Here's the option play. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Now the important point after attempt. And it's good.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work, are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. The Mustangs come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. That's a design quarterback keeper. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass this time. Trying to create here on the move. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Makes a quick grab. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And the Mustangs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in,
Dude, I'm playing this college game, yo. That's probably my last one either way, because I'm probably heading to bed after this.
Trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play.
I'll play tomorrow. I'll play tomorrow, yo, if you guys want to play some more.
Not give up big run plays.
The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Crosses the 30. Tackle made after a big gain. But the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. There's the handoff. Defense will make the stop of what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Oh, and he can't hang on to it. That's a guy known for his hands. Couldn't pick it off. Brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, nearly a disastrous play there by the quarterback. Look at his facial expressions right now. He knows that he caught a break, trying to force the ball in there. He's going to have to make better decisions moving forward and work through his progressions to find his open man.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Get some space around the 30. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Unleashes the stiff arm. He'll be muscled out of bounds. Very close to the goal line.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Ponies. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
He's brought down at the 38.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Defense is coming after him. The pocket breaking down. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
And that sets up a return. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today. The Mustangs begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Handoff heading left. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. 1st down here for this offense. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the Mustangs are going to keep this drive rolling. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just wanting to battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The Mustangs are in the red zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, SMU. This offense cannot be stopped.
Just get this guy the ball and let him do the rest. The quarterback does a nice job of just putting the ball in the receiver's hands, and then he uses his legs with the run after the catch for the touchdown.
Well, they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 28-7 game. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. He's running out of time here. That's the spin move. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
He's got a lot of time. Now sends this one deep to the right. They finally bring him down, but he makes it inside the 15-yard line. First down in great scoring position.
Well, this is what you would call a three-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation, that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And they get set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Crosses the 10. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs.
This guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play. One more play before they head to the locker room. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. Meta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick this away to get the second half going. This one will be fair caught. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First down. We're going to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Breaking free at the 35. And the ball to the ground. And the defense jumps on the football.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. Second down play here.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
And a decent gain there where the defense brings him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Makes the first down, but Ramsey Price, big hit there at the end.
How impressive are these guys been up front today? Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Penalty makes it 1st down and 20. They'll run it to the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, there you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. The distance will be from 38 yards out. And that is no good. And the lead remains at 21 after the miss.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
Throws it to the right. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? So a great return following the pick, but finally able to get him down. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
Second down after that previous play. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
Gain of 1. Offense facing 4th down.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. The distance will be from 38 yards out. Long enough and good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
3rd 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Timeout.
It's 4th down and a long way to go, but they're going to go for it. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. Settled for a field goal last time out. Can they open things up on this possession? Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And that run produces a decent gain. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. The attempt is no good. And the margin remains 24. Still a 3-score game.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. The linebacker shifting around now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Out past the 30. At the 10 now. And he's into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. This might be coming back. So that long scoring play is spoiled by a penalty. That's a big call in this game. Now it's second down here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. They'll try the option play here. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, SMU 38, Ohio State 14.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
The Mustangs line up on 1st and 10 now. Hands off to the left. Touchdown, Ponies. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
And the Ohio State offense will take over with 1st and 10.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. The opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Here's the second down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll run it to the left. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Can he get there on the ground? Breaking free at midfield. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game to get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision. Picks up some big yards for that first down. I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Takes the handoff again. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously, this game is out of reach, but again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crossing the 35. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. At the 10. Touchdown, SMU. And the beatdown continues.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
They'll try to add the lead now to the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. The 30. A huge gain moves the ball to the plus 22. Great scoring position now. A massive shift in field position in one play. Inside their own 10, they're now threatening to score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
He's escaping the pocket now. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
He's going to take off. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as they try to cut into this lead.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Second down coming up.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Important second down play coming up.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Running back has it on the screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Crosses the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. And the Mustangs will line up on 1st and 10. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
And that's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Complete to the running back, but can he get there? And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, looking to film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Can he make it to the marker? They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And the offense will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. Brought down after a big gain and a first down. Defense, no answer for the option that time. The offense spends a timeout here. There's 16 seconds remaining. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down, but broke the tackle and produces a solid gain there. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the quarterback dropping back. The pass rush closing in. He pulls it in for a big gain. Touchdown, Ohio State. This offense really clicking.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early, allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
With no time left to kick the PAT as a formality. Surprised they're not going for 2 here. On the kick, hits off the left upright. It's no good. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect